Welcome back everyone to another Ready in Minutes workout. Today is all about alternations. So whether it's a swing, a lift, or a carry, it's all about switching from one side to the next and learning how to manage the weight accordingly. Most of these exercises will require 2 kettlebells, except for the first one, the swing, because you'll be switching hand to hand on each one. Since this is a double kettlebell workout, we're gonna be going for 3 rounds total, and the volume will be a little higher than we normally do on account of the alternating. So let's start with the single arm swing. This is identical to your regular single arm swing, except that at the top of your swing, the other hand is going to be close by, hovering over as you let go with one hand, grab with the other, hinge, and repeat. And what I want you to think about is switching at this weightless part where you've already completed the entire arc of the swing. You're literally just, where it's totally weightless, grabbing it with the other hand, and then swinging, and at this weightless peak, switching to the other hand. I'll try to slow it down and exaggerate the motion so you can see. And if you look, it's here at the peak that I'm just switching hands. One hand hovers over the other, one lets go, the other one grabs. Very easy. If you've got a single arm swing, then you've got this. If it's your first time doing it, give it a few practice reps to get a feel for it, but once you've got the hang of it, that's all there is to it. For the seesaw press, you're gonna alternate side to side while timing the descent with the press of the other arm. So there's a little bit of rotation involved in this motion as well. So you can see here, I'm gonna start by pressing with one arm. I'm gonna start lowering it as I press with the other one. My body's gonna rotate just a little bit, and I lower with the other arm and start pressing with the first arm. That's what you're gonna do across all 10 reps. For the reverse lunge, we're gonna alternate right leg, left leg. Just remember, don't put your foot behind the other foot, leave space in between your legs. So if I'm facing you from the front here, I'm not gonna cross over this way. That's the best way to lose balance. I'm gonna step straight back, lunge down, come back up, and step straight back with the other leg. The trickiest part with the lunge is maintaining balance, and so long as your feet don't cross over into a straight line and maintain a wider base, it's a lot easier to keep your balance. Next is marching. You're gonna be in the rack position, and I want you to raise one leg slowly to about 90 degrees and bring it back down. Repeat with the other leg. You're gonna shift your weight onto the leg that's on the ground. Be wary of raising your leg too high or casting it too far out in front of you, as this can contribute to a loss of balance. Think 90 degrees and hip height, balance maintained, and bring it back down. And lastly, for the gorilla row, we're just gonna pull side to side with the bells a little bit out in front of us. We're gonna keep our eyes on the horizon, as this will help you keep a straight back. And you're gonna think about pulling the bells to your side pocket. So if you watch me row, bells out in front, eyes in front, I'm pulling to this pocket and back down, other side, pull to the side pocket and down. Keeping your head up on the horizon really helps keep a straight back for the rows, because as the rule goes, where the head goes, the body follows. If I go down here and I row, I'll start to round, and that's really not great form. So head up, eyes on the horizon, pull to the side pocket. All right, now let's have some fun. And 9 and 10. Down to the ground. Set up your bells for a good clean into the rack. And now start pressing on one side all the way to lockout. Lower it, time it with your press on the other side. And 10. Awesome job. All right, next up are our lunges. Straight step back, alternate to the other side. Nine and 10. All right, now let's march for 10. Whoop. Down to the ground. And let's row for 5 on each side, 10 total. Eyes on the horizon, pull to the side pocket. And 10. All right, that's it. Round 1 done. All right, and we're off for round 2 with some hand-to-hand swings for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9, and 10. Down to the ground. Set up for your clean. Hike back into the rack and press on one side to lockout. Bring it down, other side. Bring it down, and let's do our lunges for 10. And 10. Up, and let's march for 10. Whoop. And down to the ground. Okay, shake it off. Bells a little bit in front of you. Wide stance, hinge over, eyes up, pull to the side pocket. 9 and 10. Okay, round 2, one left to go. All right, so for round 3, we're gonna finish really strong with double hand-to-hand swings. We're gonna swing both bells up. We're gonna have them cross over, grab the, no, I'm just joking. We're gonna do hand-to-hand swings. All right, so here we go, round 3, hand-to-hand swings for 10. 5, 7, 8, 9, and 10, down to the ground. All right, set up for your clean into the rack. Narrow your stance, press out to lock out, and press with the other side. Eight, 9 and 10. Down into the rack, let's do our lunges. Nine and 10. Stay in the rack and let's do our marches for 10. And down to the ground. Let's take a little distance, set up for our rows. Eyes on the horizon and pull to the side pocket. All right, and that's it, all 3 rounds. So today was just another way to play with kettlebells. You know, you're not restricted to one side or doubles. Sometimes you can switch from side to side. And doing that ends up being amazing training for your core, not only in terms of development, but also coordination. One thing we see all too often when people first come into the gym is that left hand can't coordinate with right hand. And it takes a few corrective exercises and a few sessions to get things firing up correctly. So exercises like this absolutely exercise that part of your brain to coordinate from one side to the other. And overall, it'll just contribute to you being better rounded with kettlebells, as well as giving you more tools in your toolbox to play with when things start to feel a little samey. So that said, have fun with this sequence. Let us know if you have any trouble or questions about any of the moves, and we'll see you real soon on the next one. Stay strong.